Alright, gang, welcome back to our Triple Threat Challenge here in Hutan Pantai. It's May, rains in the forecast. It is still a very cloudy day today, but as we have been doing almost the beginning of every episode, with the exception of the last one, for the last handful or so, we've been coming up here and selling some product here to the temple, and this is no exception. We're doing the same thing today. Okay, evidently that one decided it wanted to get stuck there, so bear with me for a minute while I pick that up and drop it down there. Is it not accepting anymore? Ooh, maybe it's not accepting anymore. Might be the case. Let me get this out of the way. Let me see if I can pick it up and get to push in there or not. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully you're all doing well. Today's a good day. We've got not a ton to do today, if I'm honest with you, but we're gonna find some things to do. Looks like it might be full. It might not accept any more of these, which is fine. We can wait until it does, I guess. So let's head back to the farm here. Now today, we really don't have a whole lot. And by we don't have a lot, I mean we really have nothing with the exception of mowing the grass. Our grass field is ready to harvest again, so we could do that. I don't think we're going to today, but we could. All the other fields are in good shape. We will need to do a second application of fertilizer on the field that we drilled in the last episode. And we've got to pump up the long grain rice fields with some water as well. Put some water in them, flood them if you will. Those are the main objectives today. Now, we've got $228,000 today, which is great. We're going to utilize a lot of that money. We're also going to take down the remainder of the trees that we have on that one field by our sawmill. We're going to take down the rest of those, the remainder that's there, and put them into the sawmill. And after that, we'll see what we can do in regard to maybe doing a contract. We haven't done a contract in a while, so we might do a contract. And we're going to try our best here. Might not get the entire thing paid off, but we're going to try our best to get the entire $250,000 loan paid off today. At current, we have $228,719 based off of selling the wood to the temple, as you can see. So that's good. We're pretty close. It won't take us long to get that $250,000, and if we can be able to get that paid off today, we won't have any more interest that we're paying, so we're just going to be kind of collecting from that point forward on anything that we harvest and sell. Alright, so we're back, and before we sell the silage that we have in here, because we do have some silage in here, we are going to flood the fields, but I am going to start whoa, I'm just going to run into the... I'm going to run into the forage wagon, evidently. I was going to say, we're going to start the process here of unloading the silage into here, though, so we can actually start making ourselves some money. All right, well, that's happening. Let's run over here and flood these fields. See how the goats are doing. They are good. 1,764 liters of food. There's 943 liters of water in there. We could top them off maybe a little bit. They're not going to really need much. There actually probably is still some water in that water tanker that we could just dump into there. 90% yield bonus pretty much on the average here, all the way across the field here, so that's good. All right, we flood that. We got to go take over here to this one, or head on over here to this one, rather. Flood this guy. Now, as soon as we sell that silage, we should, I think, have enough to pay off the loan. I think this $35,000 right here will do it. Let's just make sure we're going to the same spot here. If it's very close, as far as the price goes, if it's similar, we're going to go to this one we've been going to, which is the animal dealer, just because it's closer. It's less wear and tear and all that good stuff, right? But if it's a significant change, which it's not, it's actually best to go there. Then, you know, we would go to the other one. But since it's best to go to the animal dealer, that's what we're going to do. So we're going to get the rest of this silage all taken care of. There is still a decent amount of silage in our silo there. There is 100,368. So we're absolutely going to be able to pay off the loan today. I talked previously about wanting to potentially buy this field right here. I still have that drive, and I want to buy that field. But I want to get the loan paid off first before we buy it. And ideally, we might even consider waiting until the neighbor puts something in there, because that will save us a little bit of, cost, right, on putting in seeds and fertilizer, etc. So we might wait, but the problem with that is, right, it's a chance, because you don't know what they're going to put in, right? They could put something in there that we don't have the ability to harvest, and then we'd have to wait for another multiple months. So, might change my mind on that and just buy it outright right now with the, with the field all cultivated up, and it does have 100% fertilization on it already, so that would save us right there alone. I am going the wrong way. Wouldn't be a Z video if I don't do something wrong. All right, we're heading up here. I'm actually going to do something a little bit different. Normally we, fill this up and we go sell it ourselves. I'm actually just going to go ahead and turn it on to automatically selling. It's going to sell here in 3 minutes. So we might as well do that. That's going to save us a little bit of time today. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Let's see. Change output mode. Selling. Perfect. So it'll sell the rest of the silage just outright. Our greenhouse also needs some water. I think it's completely out of water for that, as a matter of fact. So doing a lot of cleanup work, little touch-up work, right? Some maintenance, I guess is how we can call this episode. Some maintenance around the yard here. Just getting everything taken care of. Now, admittedly, I will tell you a different series, not this one on the channel. My Survive 25 series is about to take a bit of a hiatus, a little bit of a break for a while. Not because I'm not enjoying it or anything like that, but just because it's time to take a break on that one for a while. I did say many times at the beginning of that series that we would take breaks throughout the period, because that's a series that is going to run the distance of FS25, being the distance being until the next Farming Simulator iteration or the next Farming Simulator game comes out. So we're going to take a little bit of a break on that one, so you might see this series pop up a little bit more, probably the investment challenge as well pop up a little bit more in the interim. Now, I'm not saying that's going to be always the case. There's probably going to be another challenge that will come out in the near future, but we're probably a month or two away before that happens, I would think. So we'll see. 904 just happened. Did it sell everything? It certainly did. We are at 274, 527. I should have just looked at the amount up there. Duh. So that's good. So we can pay off the entire loan right now. That will leave us with not a whole lot of money left today. But that's okay. We don't really need a whole lot of money today, right? We're not really doing anything that's going to require us to spend a bunch of money today. So I'm going to go ahead and put this back over here. I'm going to grab the water tank, and we'll kind of start working on taking care of the animals and the greenhouse and everything else. Now I'm just going to drive across this field here, the field that the neighbor has all cultivated up nicely for us. I'm sorry I'm going to leave some tire marks in there for you. Probably a lot of tire marks, but that's okay. It is what it is. What have we got in the used market? Anything today? There is a stone picker. That's really what we need in the Survive 25 series more than anything, is the stone picker. Don't think we need it in this series. I'm pretty sure I have stones turned off in this series. Let's do an autosave here. A lot of people having issues right now with the game crashing. I showed in the survival challenge recently that I had a crash, and it's a crash that I always deal with. It's a big nuisance. Where if I look at the winch, the vanilla base game winch that came with the game, if I look at the winch when I'm trying to hook up a tree to the back of it, it crashes the game and goes all the way out to the dashboard. I heard some people are having this issue, other people are not having the issue, so I think it's just kind of intermittent depending on what it is. My game's fully up to date on my Xbox here, so it really shouldn't be happening as much as it is, but it is what it is, man. I've been dealing with it since the game came out. So I'm hoping at some point here in the near future, something comes out to help fix that. All right, the greenhouse accepts a lot of water, right? 20,000 liters of water. We have nowhere near 20,000 liters of water in there. We have nowhere near that amount that can go into this tank. It's going to be a lot of trips back and forth here, filling this thing up. As much as I would like to, maybe just go sell this and upgrade to a different water tank, I don't necessarily think we need it. We really only have 2 things that require water on the farm. So I feel like it's just a little bit of a waste of money. Maybe a little bit later on when, we're pumping in some money here without the loan, interest, and all that stuff, then maybe we can consider it. But We'll just fill it up a couple of times here. I'll just go off camera. I'll fill it up a couple of times, and then it doesn't have to be fully all the way up to the max of the water there. We can just take care of it after that. As a matter of fact, I probably can get the water from our little buying silo here for free. But they're pretty much the same distance, and it's actually probably easier for me to go the other way, because this one I'm going to have to turn around a lot. Yeah, I can get it for free. So it's probably about the same distance, honestly, no matter which way you look at it. Alright, it turns out we have some weeds to take care of in this field as well, so a little bit longer than I expected this field to take us, but that's okay. I like doing the hoeing here, the weeding here, whatever you want to call it. Real foggy down here, though, real foggy. I forgot to bring the drill back. Whoops. Way to go, Z. Well, we can take it back today. What I call it, this is a maintenance day anyway, right? With the exception of this field, I guess. It's a maintenance day. So we can take that back today. So we're going to take care of getting all the weeds out of this one, and then we will bring the fertilizer spreader over here. As a matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do? Similar to what I did before, just to save ourselves time here. Because I feel like time is the thing we need to make sure we're, you know... What is all over that? Is that always like that? Or is that new? Oh, I guess it's just dirty. It just looked like vines to me from this angle. Anybody else think that looked like vines, or is it just me? Either way, or anyway... probably get the worker going, you know, up there with some of this. That would help us. I'm just going to buy a little bit. I got to be very careful here. A little bit more than that. There we go. That's enough. Alright, so let me get the worker out on the road here, and I can have the worker head back there, and then I can also have the worker bring the drill back here too, right? We could just try to kill a couple birds with the same process here. Two birds with one stone. Metaphor, well, it's not even a metaphor. Phrase. Whatever. You get what I mean. Okay, so let's find it. Here it is. Perfect. And set destination, and we want you to come here. Workers should be fine. They're in the middle of the road there. They should easily be able to get here. Always seems to be an issue of some sort, though. Whenever you're trying to utilize a worker, it's never easy. So yeah, hopefully you guys are all doing well. I asked you that already, I know, but things are good, man. We're moving along nicely on this series, man. This series is unfortunately, it hasn't been as successful as I had anticipated. I really thought this was going to be a very successful series, but it seems like it's not everyone's cup of tea, which is perfectly fine. I know a lot of people do enjoy it, though, so maybe in the future, whenever the time comes that we decide to do another triple threat challenge, because I'm sure we will do it again in the future, I'll make, make some changes, some modifications. Try to make it better as much as I can. I think in theory it's a really good idea, right? Having a randomizer make objectives for you, or threats in this case, right? Because that way it's literally all up to chance. You have no clue what you're going to get. You have no clue what you're going to be doing. There's no early planning or anything like that. You're just going to have to, make do and plan and change things on the fly, right? Now, I've been working with my members a little bit here in the member appreciation series. I do a video for them every month. It's members only. And I've been working lately, at least for March's episode and January's episode, on trying to, figure out some new challenges. And so I'm getting some input on those, and that's likely to be what's going to take place of this. It may start before this series ends, but it's likely to be the one that would take the longevity place of this series, at least. And obviously we're getting closer to ending this series, but we're still far away, man. We still have to get a drill, which the drill we have now, actually, I don't think it can do green beans, but either way, we're going to have to get a planter or drill or something that can do green beans. But then we also have to get the harvester still, right? The harvester is 500,000. Now, not having the loan is certainly going to help us. I mean, that's going to help us tremendously. We're going to be getting around $1,000 extra every month that we would otherwise be losing, right? Or we'll be able to keep, I guess, an extra $1,000 every month that we would otherwise be losing. And with us wanting to pay off the loan today, whatever money we go and sell at the temple, right, for the optional objective that we have is to build that temple, whatever we go and sell there will then just truly be fuel profit. We won't have to be utilizing that to help pay off the interest on the loan. Alright, we are pretty much done here with the field. We just got to do this last strip here. I've also got the worker taking back the drill for us. Once they get all the way to where they need to be, we'll have them come back here and help us pick up one of these pieces of equipment and bring it back as well. And we're done. So let's go ahead and pick this up, fold it up. Once it's done folding, I'm just going to drop it off right over here. And we'll hook up to the fertilizer spreader. And away we go. This should be plenty of fertilizer for this field. We probably actually could have, fertilized the field with what we actually had in here, but, eventually we're going to utilize it, so I'm not that concerned. We only spent, I don't know, $1,500-ish on it, so I'm not really that concerned. It's going to be utilized at some point anyway, so what's the difference, right? Might as well buy it now. Now, we'll do an autosave here again. I really feel bad for the tornado that came through this guy, man. Look at how much he lost. Look at that. That's a terrible. Now, as far as what we're going to do, as far as contracts go, there are some fertilizing contracts which are very close to us. These two specifically, we're going to do both of those. We're going to knock those out. This one is near back to the main yard. It's up by the shop, so we'll probably do that one as well. Those are some easy money for us, right? We've already got the fertilizer spreader over here anyway, so we might as well go ahead and utilize it. And utilize the fertilizer in here as well to help pay for some of it. And then I'm not sure if we're going to do any harvesting contracts. I doubt it. Might do a spraying contract, though. I was hoping there was going to be a baling contract out here, but there's no baling contract. Oh, there is a baling contract. I lied. So we might do that baling contract because we still have that bale wrapping stuff, right? We've still got the wrapping of the bale wrapper. I can't even talk. We still have the bale wrapper, right? So we're going to try to utilize all of the wrap that we had purchased for the bale wrapper before we sell that. So it'd be good for us to do that. Get rid of a little bit more of that wrap and get us closer to the point where we can sell that and we can get a little bit of money back in the bank account for something that we're not utilizing anymore, right? All right, worker completed their task. So let me turn that off for a second. I'll back up here. And we'll just have the worker start heading back this way. They just, for whatever reason, they're fine to drive into a field, but if you start them on a field, they get so confused. I don't understand why that's the case, but they do. At least in my experience. Maybe it's just a console thing. I don't know, but they have major issues if you try to set them off going somewhere when they're in the middle of the field. But I don't really think we need to go down the entirety here of the middle here. We're just going to hit it quickly just to be safe here. I'm going to look at the map while we're doing it. Make sure that we're good here. We are good. We don't need to do anymore. Okay. So, that's done. So what we're going to do now is pick up those contracts I talked about, right? So we're going to pick up all 3 of these contracts on the way back, and then we'll probably do the baling contract as well. So let's go ahead and accept. Evidently, I never accepted, or I never completed, we never accepted the money from the bale wrapping a long time ago. Well, now we got it. We got it now, so that's good, I guess. I would have thought that would have disappeared. I think in FS22 it would have disappeared. I can't believe we forgot to do that. It might have been towards the end of an episode and we just didn't think about it, right? Whoops. At least it was still there for us. Man, if we're going to fertilize this weeded up field, man, you need to get the weeder out, man. You need me to do the weeding for you, too, while we're at it. Holy smokes. Although that might be too... Well, I don't know. It's letting me do the fertilizing, so maybe it's not. I was going to say it might be too germinated or too far along in the growth stage. I guess is how I should say it. Alright, we can turn that off. So let's get to work here, gang. With this, these 2 fields are not going to take us long to do. They're not very big fields. But we're going to get these done, and we'll head back to, what was it, it's not field 2, field 77 by field 2. We'll get all of these done. And we'll see where we are when we're done with that. Pay off the loan, all that. We'll see about doing the last bale wrapping contract there that's out there. And we'll go from there. Alright, that is all done. I really like that field over there that's kind of surrounded by that rock wall, right? That's kind of cool. I like that. Never really noticed that before. Let's see. We want to turn in these contracts before I forget. Perfect. And the worker's having some issue. I don't know what he's doing. Where are you going? Why are you trying to go through the telephone pole? What are you doing? Bunch of dummies, man. Alright. Let's hook up the worker to here. Now, before we start doing any kind of... Well, we might have to just run it like that. That's I don't know if this is going to work, actually. Alright, we're going to have to come back and get this. It's not going to work. This tractor just is not strong enough. So we'll just park it there for right now. We'll come back and get it. Or I'll forget about it and get it in the next episode. Who knows? Whatever. We'll figure it out one way or another. Alright, so we can take this back. What we're going to do, though, is I'm actually going to leave this up here because we're going to do some service to it. It needs a little bit of service. We're also probably going to buy some more solid fertilizer while we're up here at the shop anyway. So I'm going to leave it there for right now. But what we're going to do is head on over to our little sawmill, and we're going to knock down some more trees like I said we were going to do. We're going to get all of that taken care of. I don't think there's many trees left that we can knock down, but we're going to knock down as many as we can, so I will go off camera for a second, chop them all down, and be back with you when we start getting ready to pull all those trees to the sawmill. And yeah, once that's done, we'll be done with all the sawmill work. I think what I'm going to do, actually, now I'm talking about that, I think I'm going to turn off the regular planks. We're just going to do wood beams and planks along. Since it won't accept any more regular planks right now anyway, I don't want to just have a bunch of stuff just sitting up there at the temple, so let's just hold off on the regular planks, and we'll just do the other ones for the time being. we're not going to be able to complete everything that the temple needs with the amount of wood we have anyway, so let's just be specific on the ones we want, the ones that they're actually utilizing right now. Okay, we got a lot more trees than I was expecting to get, honestly. We went up a lot further than I thought. I thought I was actually going to get that big dog over there, but that was not to be the case. But we did get one that was a very similar size to that over here, and I haven't got everything chopped down yet either. So there's still a lot remaining to cut down here. Now, this is the winch that I have an issue with. If I look at it right here, see that little portion right there? Freezes every single time. So we're going to do a quick autosave here because I don't want to have to cut all those trees down again if I don't have to. We're just going to take these two for now. Just start pulling them down a couple at a time here, as much as possible. It's really opening up this hill, though, and I don't think there's going to be... I talked about, I know, a long time ago. Well, I don't know if a long time ago is not the right answer, but a while ago I talked about maybe there's something we could do with this hill, right? Maybe we could expand the field out here or do something else up here. I'm not sure you're going to be able to. The only thing that might even be possible is some kind of grapes or something like that. But I don't really think we need to go to that point in the series at this point, right? I don't think we need to go there. Oh boy! Oh boy! Well, we were able to right it, but that was almost a disaster. There's a lot of trees up here for me to get, gang. A lot of trees. There's the big one over there. You can see it from a distance if you look close enough. This is a big one too, though, to be honest. How are we looking in here? There should be plenty of wood in here now. 12,000. Not as much as I actually thought there was going to be. I thought it was going to be closer to the 20 to 25 range, but... Alright, I'll keep working on it here, gang. We'll be back with you shortly. I'm going to keep working on it. Alright, well, I'm not done. We've got 48,000 in here, though, which is quite a lot. So we're actually going to hold off on doing the rest of this. I thought we were going to be able to get it done, but there's still a ton left. There's still a bunch of trees up there to chop down. There's still a bunch of trees to pull down here, so... We'll hold off. 48,000 should be sufficient for an episode or two at a minimum. And we can do some more in the next episode. So let's head back here to the yard here. We'll pick up, as long as the baling contract is still out here, which hopefully it is. There's two of them actually now. They're both right next to each other. I really am impartial to which one we do. I guess we'll do this one. Oh, it's just a baling. I need a wrapping contract. I'm sorry. I was looking at it completely wrong. I thought it was wrapping. That was baling. There is no wrapping contract. That's okay. We're going to head back to the yard here. We're going to put one more thing down. We're going to pay off the loan. And more than likely, we'll call that an episode. Now, the thing I'm going to put down isn't anything crazy. It's just something that I've been wanting to put down, and I've mentioned it for a while. It's been on our list. We've just been holding off for one reason or another. And it's something that will make everything look a little bit better. And that is a power washer, right? I've been putting that in slowly but surely on every series. We have yet to do it on this one, so it's time to do so. I will get that put away here in a little bit. Where do we want to put this power washer at? I guess that's the question, right? Where do we want to put it? I'm thinking over here next to the house might make sense. Let's see if we can get to the right thing here, Z. Tools, here we go. I downloaded a new one. It's the Still High Pressure Washer. A little bit cheaper, which is good for us. Now, it's raining right now, I understand that, but, you know, it's not, I mean, it's going to clean off the top of the dust, but the dust has been sitting there for a while. It's not really going to get rid of it, so we might as well help it out a little bit. It's already looking better, man. Already looking 10 times better. All right. Yeah, that looks good. Look at that. That looks so much better, man. So much better. All right, we're going to leave the episode at that point. Well, after I pay off the loan, I guess I should say. I was going to say we're going to leave the episode at that point, but got to pay the loan off first. See, come on now. Get it right, Barry. Get right. Get it right. We are debt-free, gang. We are completely debt-free. That is fantastic. We'll leave the episode at that point. I hope you enjoyed it, gang. Make sure, if you did, to hit the like and subscribe button for me. It's free to do. Helps me out an absolute ton. Thoughts, questions, comments, ideas, you know the drill. Let me know down below. I'll see you in the next one.